Hi, everybody. It's been a morning, or a day, actually, a whole day. Where's my dog? You gotta move away from my chair now. Go, go lay on your pillow. Ah, hey, Gwen. Whew, what a day! What a day! What a day! Let me get some light in here somewhere. Whew, okay, y'all. So here's what happened today. Tentatively, capital T, I'm out of here. July 1st. Out of here. Out of here. Okay, with Southbridge, I tentatively extended my move out to July 3rd to create a little bit of a cushion because we're 2 weeks from, or 3 weeks from the expiration date of my voucher. And I did submit my extension request first thing this morning. Let me see if I can get all this up here and have y'all follow along. Let's see. I got all these papers. Here's my extension request received this morning. And then we sent in the request for tenancy approval for beginning date of lease July 1st. But the inspection July 1st. See that? They're the same date. You're supposed to have your inspection before you move in, not the day of. So, she said she was like 99.99% sure the apartment would be ready by July 1st because all they have to do, I think she said, was, basically clean have the maintenance check out the appliances, put them back in place, and replace the carpet, which she says is like a one-day job, and then have an overall cleaning. It's already been painted. So there's that. But here's the thing. It's for a 2-bedroom unit. Damn. Hey, let me call you back, okay? All right, Patty. I hadn't told her any of this. She didn't go with me today. So, yeah, she can wait. Okay, so the voucher's for a 2-bedroom unit. The normal rent on that is $582. Oh, at the new place, Gwen, at Brooklyn Manor, not where Patty's at the other one. So it's for a 2-bedroom unit. The rent there is like $580 something. Let me get the paperwork back out here. The rent is $593. My voucher is for $649. So my voucher is for more than what the rent is there. But my voucher is for a 1-bedroom, and this is a 2-bedroom. And they did tell me before, if it worked out, and I could pay the difference, as long as it did not exceed 40% of my income. So first, when I went in there, her name is Mary. She's very, 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 very nice. She told me, I can't take a 1-bedroom voucher for a 2-bedroom unit. I'm like, yeah, you can. So I showed her the thing. She goes, she was trying to explain to me the 20, 30, 40% thing, whatever. This is a 40% 2-bedroom unit. Okay. So she was saying, why don't we wait until after June 1st or July 1st in case something comes up at Tamara, because I know you really want to be over there with your friend. And I said, well, you know what? There's only one way to find out if they're going to cover a 2-bedroom for me under the circumstances, and that's to submit this paperwork. So we submitted the request. I got that in there. She put a note on it that it was urgent for July 1 occupancy. And so you see it received. So that got in there today too. Sorry, my eyes are itching. So it's really tight with it being 2 weeks before move-in date. And can they do the inspection before I move in? I mean, I filled out all my application. I paid the $20 application fee. I called the church to let them know that it was going to be, for Brooklyn Manor, and they didn't have a thing there saying anything about them going to be taking care of my deposit. I'm like, what? And the lady that I made that arrangement with, she's not there today, so I got a message in for her tomorrow. I don't know what happened with that, but they committed $300 to help me out and told me it was open-ended because of the circumstances, that it would be in the waiting rack or pending rack or something, but the lady wasn't there, so I don't know. Hey, Edie. And so I'll know more about the deposit tomorrow, because I got to take that right away, because that's what actually holds the apartment. So we don't know if they can get the carpet done and get it all finished and have the inspection done before July 1st. Hoping and praying. The lady at the housing office said there's a note on there. They would do their best to fast track that. They would be in touch with my person. Mary Bonner Thomas is her name. And stressful day. So I went there to get to talk to her. We were in 2 hours later talking still. We said, okay, you got to take this request for tenancy approval over to the housing office, hand deliver it. I did. I brought back proof of that for her. So the people at the housing office said that because there's a little note on there for July 1st tenancy, that they would let, she would have, the worker would have it today, but they have so many clients, so you don't ever know. Now this is a Fort Wayne Housing Authority property. That's why it's so bare bones looking versus the one at Patty's, because that's owned by somebody else. And they, put all the nice little touches in the flowers and the benches and the picnic tables. But me and Mary had a little talk, and I thought, you ought to go run by there and see how nice that is out there. Because when I got there today, they were painting the lobby and putting new furniture in at Brooklyn Manor. Like, that's really nice. I was telling us, my friend's place, identical building, everything. They've got a table over here. People play board games, cards. It's really nice. And they got the benches where you can sit out front. She told me she didn't want benches out front because she wanted to be the greeter. She didn't want residents up there, gossiping, having somebody walk through like 2 benches full of gossipers. She goes, I want to be the greeter. I don't want them to be the greeter. So we don't have that here. I'm like, yeah, okay. All right. Oh, Lord. I said, I'm just thinking about it from the standpoint of wanting to come outside and have some fresh air and sit down. I mean, come outside and walk, but I can't walk that far. And if I do walk, sometimes I got to sit down while I'm walking. And there's nowhere here to sit down except for the gazebo And that's one place. It don't matter. I'm going there, so it don't. I'll just have to freaking adjust. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna have to adjust. And so gave her all of Austin's shot records and the letter from the VA about him being my dog. Hey, Betty. So I went to my rental office here after all of that, and explained the stressful situation, because I don't know if it's going to be July 1st exactly. So can we push it out to July 3rd, which is when I get paid anyway? You know what I'm saying? And so I'd have to pay rent and internet to the 3rd, or rent to the 3rd, internet. I will not have any internet at all on July 1st until I get it hooked up at the other place. I'm just not gonna have it. So and I don't know when to schedule that for. But so right now I'm on pins and needles, waiting to find out, are they going to approve that 2-bedroom or not? Drum roll, please. Because right now, as of today, I have no housing voucher. My housing voucher is gone because I put in this request for tenancy approval. Now, if they turn out and say, no, you can't, we're not paying for that, or we're not going to help you pay for that, they're going to issue me another blank request for tenancy for me to keep looking, and my voucher extension that I put in for today will carry on through September 7th, and all will be well with that. Thing is, so do I book the movers for July 1st or July 3rd? They only need like the day before notice. They only need a day's notice. But the day before is on a Sunday if it's July 1st. I might get scheduled in for the 2nd, and then that way I can call them on the 1st. You know what I mean? So timing, just the timing. So if she can turn the apartment and get the carpet put in by this Friday, that leaves the whole next week for the inspection to take place, if they can book it like that. And then I can move in on the 1st. If they approve me getting the 2-bedroom. Well, why wouldn't they approve me getting the 2-bedroom? Because my voucher for a 1-bedroom allows me more money than the rent for this 2-bedroom. So I don't know. So I'm still on pins and needles. I went ahead and applied it because I didn't want to lose that unit, and I didn't want to lose my voucher, and I didn't want to, and everybody at the housing authority knows I want a 2-bedroom. It's been in writing, why, this and that, and the other. And that she actually told me on the phone, well, you can get a 2-bedroom as long as the voucher, hey, Tiffany, as long as what the voucher pays plus what I have to, I don't know. My expense can't go over 40% of my income. And, I've been in accounting and finance for decades. And I took a look at this formula, and I cannot, for the life of me, figure out how they're going to figure out my destiny here. It is not explained to my satisfaction. I don't know how to run that number. Everything in the manual says that you can rent whatever unit you want as long as you pay the difference. But on a housing voucher, you can't exceed 40% of your income. So let's see what. Okay, so I get 948. 948. Divided by, and the rent is $593 without the voucher. That ain't right. $593 divided by 948. That's how you do it. That's 62.5% of my income. So minus the voucher, which is $648, puts me in the zero out of pocket. Like I said, I have not figured out how they're going to do it. Can't figure it out. But the only way to find out is to put in the paperwork and let them tell me and explain it to me. And then if this fails, then I'll just go on a waiting list for a 1-bedroom somewhere and suck it up. And then I'll just have to suck it up. That's all there is to it. But only one way to find out, and that's how to find out, is to submit the paperwork, let them run the numbers, and then tell you. Because, knowledge is power, right? Don't know what you're dealing with until you know what you're dealing with. So that's that. Now all I got to do is worry about what's going on over there at the church and how come they don't have that thing that for approval of them helping me pay my deposit. Emma wasn't there today, so I don't know what's going on, where it went, or, I told her it could be 2 months, it could be 6 months. And she says, well, let's just, we're going to do this and it'll be waiting because I'm going on vacation. And, we're not going to cut the check but the approval for the check to be cut is ready. And you just need to tell them who to make it payable to. And we need the address of the unit that you're moving into so it can be properly notated for reference. Nobody knew what in the heck she was talking about today because the person that cuts the check said there wasn't anything in his waiting bin or pending bin or anything like that. And the lady at the front desk said there wasn't nothing there. So now I'm really sweating bullets because without that $300, I can't go anywhere. So that's that. That's where that's all sitting. I called my insurance people, my Allstate people, not Allstate, State Farm. Asked them if I could have a 2-month break on my bill. Hell, I've been paying steady for 20 years. Looks like they'd cut me some slack and not make me have to pay for 2 months just so I could have a little bit of extra money. I mean, hell, it's only like $57 or $18 right now. So, let's see, 2 months. Let's see. So for 529 divided, 529 divided by 30 equals times 3 equals $52.90 what I'm going to owe Southbridge this month. And so, God, isn't that crazy? For 3 days, $52.90. That's what I'm going to owe Southbridge for 3 days. And whatever my rent is over there, plus the truck, plus the deposit. And I got to have my light bill paid. It's got to be at a zero balance when I move, or they won't transfer me. So I get my light bill. Man, I get my light bill like the 27th of the month. I don't know, somewhere between the 24th and the 28th. Always get it the last week of the month. And In order for me to transfer, I can have no past due balance. So, whatever that is, I don't know what that's going to be yet. So, I guess that's a new rule, because when I lived across the street over here, I paid rent at both places for 2 months because it was only me and Patty hauling stuff over here, little stuff. And then one of my neighbors felt bad for me and finally helped bring some big stuff over. And I was paying electric at both places at the same time. So I don't know. Can you tentatively book the movers for the 1st or the 3rd? No, because I'm doing 4 guys for 2 hours. And they need to staff that. I can tell them that let's book you for the 1st. But see, if I book them for the 1st and they need a day, a business day's notice, I'm not going to be able to do that because the 30th is a Sunday. And they're not open on Sunday. So it would have to be the 2nd or the 3rd. So I can give them that day's notice, you know. Which if I can get in there on the 1st, if all this is if, you know, as far as things like my personal papers and, you know, the totes that go in my closet and stuff like that, I can get that stuff over there on my own, you know. Important papers, things I'm going to need, get my bathroom set up, you know, things you want on the first day you move in. You know, you want your towels and shower and all that stuff ready to go. And, you know, take a suitcase over there with a change of clothes or something like that so I can have that and just get that little stuff over there. Maybe some stuff, just a little stuff from my kitchen maybe over there. And get my food over there out of the refrigerator here and put it in the refrigerator over there. That'll give me 1 day to do that, and then the movers come, and then I come back over here the next day and clean the place out, you know, clean the apartment. But clean the apartment I'm moving out of. So, you know, I don't know. But, you know, I could plan and try to work all this out in my head. But unless they say yes to this, I can't go to. I don't know where I'm at, you know. Put myself all vulnerable out there and whatever, and just pray for the best and put it in God's hands. And, you know, like I said, the only way to know if they're going to go for it is to put in the paperwork. Because she thought, well, maybe you could just wait and see what comes over. I'm like, no, I don't want to take a chance on losing this voucher. Even though I am getting an extension, they're going to grant my extension. They're going to grant the extension. But I intentionally put the extension in first thing this morning, very first thing this morning, before I went over to fill all this other paperwork out, because I wanted that timestamp that I requested my extension first. Because if I didn't, and I go and put in a request for tenancy, they stop my voucher. And then by the time they run the numbers and say yes or no, my voucher would already have expired on the 7th probably. So that's why I requested it first, request the extension first, then put this in. So when they reinstate my voucher, it'll be with that extension. Am I explaining that right? Because I tell you what, I go through all this morning. It was so stressful. I broke down crying in the car. This morning I was so shaken up. Got in the shower. I know I'm a mess. Got in the shower. I shaved my right leg. I didn't shave my left leg, but I didn't know that until I got in the car and looking down, you know, put the key in the ignition. I'm like, oh, and my left leg all hairy, all stubbly. And my right leg just as smooth. I'm like, oh, for God's sakes, you're kidding me. I shaved my right leg and did not shave my left leg. I'm stressed out. Blah. So anyway, let me look at your comments. Okay, the apartment complex is the Brooklyn Manor one, the 2-bedroom upstairs. Oh, about the elevator. It was still out today. And I asked her, when did she think it would be fixed? She goes, well, they hire an outside company and they had to order parts. So it might be the end of next week. So that'd be 2 weeks that elevator be out. I'm like, Mary, I know, me and her talked about it. She goes, it doesn't happen often. I said, yeah, but having an elevator gone for 3 weeks, man, I couldn't get my groceries. How, I can't haul my groceries upstairs. I'm sorry, I cannot haul my groceries up. She goes, well, call for delivery. I said, you act like we're made out of money. I wouldn't be at a Fort Wayne housing property if I had money like that. Just call and have them delivered. It's like, what? So anyway, the elevator might be, anyway, it will be repaired. I wanted to thank each and every one of you too. When I said I needed your advice, that whole comment section on that video, during the live session and afterwards, after everybody come back and watch the replay or watch it on replay for the first time, that's a very thoughtful responses, knocking some ideas back and forth and this and that. So I really want to thank all of you for helping me work through this. It is stressful. It is so, so stressful. But as it stands right now, I have a request to occupy that unit on July the 1st into the Fort Wayne Housing Authority. It's in their hands. I have a 1-bedroom voucher, and I'm asking for a 2-bedroom unit because of everything I mentioned on all previous videos, and because they said I could. If the numbers cracked out to it not exceeding 40% of my income. And so time will tell. That's all I know. She did say there was another, they have to put down on this paper if they have another resident there under similar circumstances. So there is another resident there with a 1-bedroom voucher that does not have a caretaker or medical equipment requiring a second bedroom, and it's in a 2-bedroom on a voucher, on a 1-bedroom voucher. So they have somebody there like that already in place. We'll see. Because her numbers cracked out to where it wasn't more than 40% of her income. So they said, yeah. So cross your fingers, y'all. That's all I got to say is cross your fingers. So I went to Southbridge, explained this whole thing to them, showed them the paperwork I had, and I'm like, I'm at the mercy of Fort Wayne Housing Authority. If they say yes or no, I won't know probably until the Friday before the Monday I'm supposed to move, if they say yes or no or what the deal is. So I want to push out my move out date to the 3rd. So I already did that. As far as Southbridge is concerned, I'm moving on the 3rd. And I'm going to have to pay them, what was it? $59 or something. What was it? $52.90. They don't care. They just can't retract it. They can push dates ahead, but they can't pull dates back. So I'm okay. So the 3rd, and she says if they say no and they give you another and you have to keep looking, just push it on out to August and keep pushing as you need to push. Well, with this extension, I'm only going to have until September 7th. And she goes, well, surely something's going to come up over there where Patty's at. I'm like, no, not surely. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to happen. You don't know. You just don't know. So I'm at the top of the waiting list for both of those properties. Hey, Kelly. Then I had the meeting there today. And I called Villa Capri's next door. They didn't have vacancies, and so the waiting list was in excess of 50 people. There was no reason for them not to approve my extension request. So, and they will. It's my first ask, so they will. Reasonable accommodation for no vacancy, no room at the end. So that's kind of where I'm at for the next all of this week while I'm waiting to hear yes or no. I'm just going to finish boxing up. I'm sorry you lost me. Have you found me now? So I'm just gonna like finish boxing up. Have just bare bones stuff out here. So when it comes to moving, all I have to do is unplug my computer, unplug my Xbox. Everything else is going to be packed up, ready to go. And I'm trying to sell my fireplace, my electric fireplace. I've got that on Facebook Marketplace for $130. That's a $289 electric fireplace I only got 3 years ago. I've only used it 2 seasons. So I thought I'd go ahead and just try to sell that. That hadn't sold. I just posted it yesterday, though. That's how I'm going to occupy my time. Because sooner or later, I'll be moving. And I might as well just box this place up and be done with it. And, I got to go by Menards and get some of that, more of that, what do you call it? Extra strength packaging tape. Because some of the stuff I got here, I've got that really flimsy tape. I showed you guys that stuff. But that other tape, that really extra strength tape, because it's so thick, the regular tape roll is really like half the tape, just because it's taking up bulk and the thickness. So I gotta try to find a way to get more of that. So I'll probably need about 3 or 4 more rolls of that. But I'm getting rid of this stuff, boxing it up and stuff like that. So that's where I'm at. Tentatively moving July 1st into Brooklyn Manor, and July 3rd moving out of this place. We're able to move in. It all depends on what Fort Wayne Housing says. It all depends on what they say. And yes or no or whatever it matters. I got to just keep doing what I got to keep boxing up. I got to keep donating stuff and getting rid of the clothes and extra stuff. I just gotta focus on what I've got to do, because I got 2 weeks to do it in, which is fine, because I'm really like practically, they said I could keep my stuff in my drawer, like in my dresser drawers and on my tables. They said you can keep your stuff in there. You don't have to empty it out. I'm like, okay, so they can just pick that up and move the whole thing. That helps a lot. It also means I can pack stuff in those drawers. But anyhow, and then now they're going to have to huff up a flight of stairs. So let me try to draw you a picture. Let me see if I can draw. I'm a terrible drawing person. Let's see. Where's my... Okay. Ooh. Okay. Okay. So, I even started that off wrong. So, no, that's okay. Come in the door there. Hallway. Bathroom. Across the hall. Bedroom. Big walk-in closet's nice in the 2-bedroom. And then the second bedroom is a little more narrow. And then you got this wall, and then a closet where the water heater is. And then the living room goes like this. It's got a little niche here like that. Wait a minute, and you'll see what I'm talking about. And then the kitchen goes here, here, a little extra wall there. Okay. You walk in the door here. This is the hallway. This is where the living room begins and ends. On this end of the living room, it's cut out like this. Why? I have no idea. This is wasted space in between here. There's nothing there. It's wasted space. This is the first bedroom. This is the first bedroom. There's a closet here. This is the second bedroom there's like a linen closet here. Second bed, my bedroom has a walk-in closet here. It's kind of square. This is the bathroom, and it only has, here's your sink, here's your toilet, and then there's like a walk-in shower, and a linen closet. Pretty nice, good-sized linen closet. But this is what it looks like. You walk in over here, come on, stinking pen. Over here, when you first walk in the door, that's the washer and the dryer. And then the laundry, there's a shelf here. All of this right here, wasted space. Nothing there except wall. Can't use it, none of it. And just like here too, wasted space right here in the wall. There is a closet right here in the living room, which is, you think you put the TV on this whole wall here, but you can't because there's a door here where the water heater is. That kind of bugs the flow of the whole room, you know. My TV won't even fit in this little cutout here. So, and then there's a window here, which my TV, I don't know. I'll figure it out, but this is like where the sink is. This is where the stove is. I know, I'm a terrible drawer. But that's how the apartment, 2-bedroom apartment's laid out. Hey, Rebecca, how you doing? So that's kind of how it looks over there. It's a terrible rough drawing, but that's what the 2-bedroom looks like there. And so we'll just wait. I'll just keep packing, and with even more urgency now, with a better sense of urgency. There will not be a wasted day between here and July 1st. Please make a note that on June 30th at midnight, or maybe before midnight, I will not have internet until I get in place. But I'll let you know the night before. You know, we're going to be talking between now and then anyway. So you will know what's going on. And, you know, I ain't real crazy about a second floor for many reasons. But I'm also not real crazy about spending like 75% of my income on my rent and not having anything left over and constantly having to ask for help with things. I hate it. I've always hated it. I don't like it. And so, you know, I have started all over. I have started all over 3 times in my life with nothing but my son's bedroom suit, my bedroom suit, and our clothes and my kitchen stuff. I have completely started over 3 times in my life. And I'm not going to have to do all that, but I'm going to have to downsize even more than I thought I needed to before. I moved from a 4-bedroom, 3-story house to a a 670 square foot apartment. Talk about downsizing. So like half of my stuff is in a barn in Ohio, and probably ruined by the rodents now. But there is a table there that's not. I know that, and I have a dryer there. I know that's okay. But lots of books and crystal things like that you can just wash up. So I don't know. We're gonna play it by ear, but once I'm in, if they approve it, then I'll just settle down. And no, I'm not moving where Patty is. Not that I know of. Nope. This is a place I had to pick out while the picking was good and the place was open. Because, I would love to be where Patty's at. No doubt about it. But I can't, after all of the great counsel that I had from my subscribers on the last video and in the comment section after the video was over, I can't risk losing my housing. I mean, I love Patty with all my heart. She's the best. She is my best daily friend, and she is, nothing's going to keep us from helping each other anyway. But I've got to do me. My survival is my priority, and I'm not being selfish about that. I'm being real about that. Because as much as I love other people and as much as I like helping people out and being there for support, I got to live too. I have to survive too. I have to do what I have to do for my well-being, and that includes finding a place to live where I can more comfortably afford it and the parameters I am given to do that within. So, got to do what you got to do. And so, but like I said, everything's pending on if they say yes or no with this. I hope I know within the next week or sometime. Maybe, hopefully, I'll know this week. They said they would fast track it since it's for a July 1st occupancy. So, we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see. Big thing overhead right now is, finding out what happened to that thing at the church. I'm sure it was just somebody misplaced it or something like that. Or maybe it's just been 2 months and she thought I didn't need it anymore. I mean, I've seen her at church. It ain't like, when he talked about it, I just wave at her. Hey, how you doing? I go in, I sit, I hear, I leave. I don't sit there and hang and talk and all that kind of stuff. But, I've seen her. Hey, how you doing? Just she asked me. I asked her. I just an understanding we had, and she, I don't know. I'll find out tomorrow. But I am stressed about that because without that deposit money, everything falls apart. Everything. Because I still have my normal bills to pay. on the 3rd of the month. So that don't go away. And the $88 storage. Now, once I get moved into wherever I'm going, and I kind of see what I need and what I even, more what I need and what I don't need and what I can do with that, whatever, I'm going to see about getting a smaller storage unit that doesn't cost as much until I get the garage, because the place comes with the garage. It's just a waiting list. And then I can put the stuff in the garage. So, a lot of pieces to this puzzle that have to come together in a fine ballet, And it's just not like, people have a gross misunderstanding about public housing. Well, I'm not going into public housing. I'm going into a tax credit building using a housing choice voucher. And if you're a veteran, you can have one. And if you're If you're a veteran income qualified, you can have one. If you're 62 or disabled, you can apply for one and whatever. But it is a fine dance to choreograph this stuff. So I thank you for your patience with me. Thanks for being here for my support. I love you, and you guys have any questions for me? Let me read your comment. Oh, that's too far up. I need my bifocals. I want the lady at church to be back tomorrow morning, and I've got 2 messages in her voicemail. Have I been doing? Rebecca been doing good. Something is better than nothing. True. And I'm glad I make you laugh. Okay, so what else up here? I already talked to Gwen about her comment. So anyway, that's it. Anybody else got any questions or what have you? Now, again, just keep my name in prayer if that's what you do, or send me a good vibe your way. Otherwise, if you can help one of your neighbors today, please help them. One little random act of kindness can really turn somebody's day around, and most of all, it could be yours. So take care, everybody. Wish me well. Cross your fingers. I'm going to spend the rest of the night relaxing, and then come tomorrow, I'm going to hit the church, find out what's going on, get that deposit. If I can get the deposit, take it straight over to the house, the apartment complex, and then come back and finish packing. I packed our entire house in one day when I lived in Dayton. Stephen had gone to bed, and I did it I think I started at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and I was done by 1 o'clock in the morning. I had those big banker boxes, those big white banker boxes with the string that you close the lid with and tie up. And it took 42 banker boxes to pack up my house. That was back then. Whew, more than that. Well, I don't know. I need 42. But anyway, take care, y'all. Send good vibes my way. If you don't mind, good news today. How about a little thumbs up? And let's see. Have to move from a 6-room to a senior studio. Show me how it's done. I'm not moving into a studio, but when you come from a house that big and it's something so small, it sure feels like it. It sure feels like it. I can tell you that. You just have to, if you got Netflix, watch that tidying up. Does this spark joy? I know where she's coming from, but it's like, do I need this anymore? Have I worn this? And one of my friends had a really good tip about your closet and how to know what clothes to get rid of and what not to get rid of. Is that when you hang your clothes in the closet, hang them all one way on the rod. Hang them all one way on the rod. Then when you take something off the rod and put it back, turn it around. And then after a year, everything that's still hanging here that you have not worn, get rid of it. Because you haven't worn it in a year, in 4 whole seasons. Okay, y'all. Take care. I love you. I'm going to go. Thanks again. But that's the update. I hope I didn't miss anything. It was just very, very stressful. Recap of my day was shaved my right leg, didn't shave my left leg. Went to the housing authority, put in for my extension, voucher extension. Went and got a money order for the application fee. Went out, talked to the manager over there at Brooklyn, discussed the unit, was there for 2.5 hours. Came back, found out about the church going, what deposit money? So I went back out there to talk to her, and I just she went ahead and let me fill the application out, the whole application packet, which is usually not done I mean, she let me fill out paperwork that was like only done like the day of the lease was signed. But anyway, and then came home. Or no, went back to the housing office to do the request for tenancy approval. That's what I did. Went back there, got it stamped received, took it back over to her, showed her I did it. Here it is. It's received. And then came home. Okay. All right. Be good to each other and somebody else today. I'll talk to y'all later. If you have anything you thought about or thinking about or have questions about, leave them in the comments below. The live comments probably won't be replayed for about an hour or so. So just leave them in the comments after I close this video out. Go to the comments below and then carry on. Thank you, Edie, for sending love and prayers. Barban, hang in there. We could talk. Kim, Rebecca, Kelly, who else? Gwen, Tiffany, Maria, Gwen again, Maria. Appreciate all of y'all for being here. And cross your fingers. Find out more tomorrow. Talk to you later.